Hello, everybody.
Good morning, good afternoon.
You know what song I've been singing this morning? It's in my brain. Playing replay.
What's in your brain?
I finally got into that Camila Cabello thing.
Uh-huh.
I love it when you call me señorita. I don't love it, but this morning I was like, Anyway,
yeah, my daughter sings that in the car all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I get sick of hearing it and I change the station, she's like, put it back. And then we start singing the Señorita song.
Anywho,
please hold. I need to adjust my microphone because I have a defective stand. El palo no aguanta el micrófono.
El palo está roto.
Wink, wink.
So if you want to, talking about señorita, if you don't want to be called señorita and you want to be called señora, you want to get married. Before you get married, we suggest you date around. You taste
date around
the menu. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with sampling.
No. Taste testing. That sounds gross.
I sample when I get froyo, right?
Yeah.
You get
free
a little
samples
thing.
are so fun.
Free samples are, some of these samples are not free.
Anything free 99 is fun.
But some of these samples are you're going to try dating. Oh, they come at a price, emotional, or it takes a toll on you, I think.
Yeah.
But perhaps maybe you should date these people before you commit, to the real thing.
Does anybody really set out to date a specific type of person?
Correct.
I don't think so. I think just
it
the
just
gods
happens.
just go,
you need
and
to
then
learn.
Here you go. And then here you go. Here's the jerk.
Now you need to suffer.
Here's the moron. Here's the guy that forgot his wallet.
Yeah, and because you didn't learn the lesson the first time around, here's another jerk.
Have you ever gone on a date with a guy who's forgotten his wallet?
No. No.
Me either.
No, never.
That is so mortifying.
Never.
That's a lie, first of all.
Yeah.
That's the biggest lie ever.
Yes, it is.
What would you do?
What are you going to do? You have to pay. And then
You have to pay?
And then the next time you go out, the first time.
you have to pay? Why?
Well, you can probably say, I lost mine too, mofo. I switched purses today, and I forgot.
No, I would be, excuse me, waiter. He forgot his wallet. He's going to stay.
What can we do? I'm going to pay for the portion of that I ate and that I consumed, and he'll take care of his.
Here's my credit card. Please split it. This is what I ate. I'm circling all my purchases, and then the rest is his. Bye.
What I can say though, that this week Monday I had to cancel my credit card because they had used it I don't know, Boca Raton or something, whenever I've been to Boca Raton. So I had to cancel my credit card, and I keep forgetting that I don't have a credit card. So I went out with my sister Friday. I went to pay. I was like, "Oh shit, I don't have my credit card."
And when she said, "Yeah, right," you just want me to pay.
She's like, "Excuse me, waiter, this is what I consumed." No, obviously she paid for it. And then we went to Sephora, and I got something at Sephora, and she's like, "Am I buying that too?" I'm like, "Oh shit."
Well, it's a good thing
it kept happening. It kept happening. Yesterday, we went out to dinner, and we went to park. And I was like, I was going to pay her parking. She was driving. I was like, oh, shit. Using the pay by phone.
I think you're turning into one of these, people not to date. I think you're the woman who forgot her wallet.
That definitely exists.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely 100% hands down exists. The woman who forgot the wallet.
Yeah, what do they say with the guys that never want to pay because they're so cheap that you have little T-Rex arms? What are they the little alligator arms, whatever they're called? There's even a commercial.
There's even a commercial. I forgot what it was, what the advertisement was for, but the guy was like, it was like a crocodile. I was like, I can't. They put the wallet, and everybody else is just giving him
that guy should be a cocodrilo. El cocodrilo.
Oye, camina con los codos. But I do remember, that's never happened to me, but I do remember being one time at a restaurant and there was a girl with this guy. I don't know if they were related or I don't know if he was her boyfriend, but she was telling him off. Like, she was like, it was something like that. You always forget your wallet, or I order something, you better pay for it, or something like that.
Oh man.
Yeah. I remember witnessing that. I was like,
you better get that $50 bill out of that little sewn hidden pocket in your pants, buddy. Because you know he has one of those, right?
What?
The secret compartment in the pants. Like the little hidden pocket where you put your, like, security money.
Or in his, like, shoe and his sock or something.
Ew.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh, excuse me, waiter. I just have to take off my sock. And, like,
it's like, keep your money. Thank you.
To get your money? Smells. Who does that anymore?
No.
A long time ago.
Well, women stuff it in their bras too and stuff. Ew, like sweaty.
How do women put stuff in their bras all the time? Like, you can take out a whole treasure chest out of there. Mm-hmm. Like, I see women grabbing phones, cigarettes, money, a hair clip. It's like a car. What are you taking out of there? It's like you're at the circus.
No. This isn't like not even a guy on our list, but there you go. We added another one that I guess maybe you should date. I don't know, to like realize that. Or maybe when you're dating that guy, you're like, I can't date these people anymore. I can't. I can't date a cheap ass anymore. Lesson learned. No.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I ever dated a cheap person.
Yeah.
No, I don't recall.
I mean, I guess there's like, everything has its extremes. So definitely not a cheap person just for cheapness sake, or for somebody, if it's somebody that's like a little frugal or a little like, no, let's, maybe that's somebody that you want to build a future with, because that person will be like financially savvy, responsible, whatever. But if he keeps doing this shit all the time and expects you to pay, it's no. Una cosa que te diga, no, let's go out. Instead of here, let's go out there, because it's cheaper or whatever.
Yeah, or I'm on a budget. Yeah. I really can't today or whatever. I think you have to be a little understanding sometimes.
Pero that también.
But not even like your first date.
No,
like
not at the very beginning. No, eso ya cuando ya you're like, okay, this is for real. So it's like, okay.
Now the honeymoon phase is over. I only got whack.
Then it's like, okay, I got a Groupon, and this is where we're going to go.
I love Groupons. I don't care if a guy tells me, let's use a Groupon if you're going to like a cool place. Maybe not on the first date, but not on the second or the third either.
But I'm okay with like saying like, hey, I got a Groupon for this. You want to try this place or whatever?
Yeah, why not?
I'll be totally okay with that.
You're still going to the place you want to go, and it's nice. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm always looking for a bargain.
As long as it's not one of those Groupon that is like, no, you can go on a Thursday at 5 or a Sunday at 2.
We have blackout days,
or when it rains,
which means never. You can't come in ever. You can only come in from 10 to 11, and you can have an array of peanuts,
but not this type of peanut.
No. You can't have the cashews because those are more expensive.
That's on Saturdays.
I love the cashews. But I love the cashews.
Yeah. I do think that, I mean, there's people that are, I guess, maybe you can call that lucky. I don't know. You meet somebody when you're 15 or whatever, and you're like, this person is the one for me. And
is that 15?
Whatever. 15, 16, your high school sweetheart, whatever. And you realize this is the person for me. You both realize that this is it. And, good for you. Congratulations. That's it. One. And
at 15 though?
There's a lot of people that have been together since like they're 15 or 16.
Yeah, but that's like from way back when.
Not even.
Really?
Yeah, there's people that are like, but what I will say is that I think eventually that catches up with you.
I think those people, by the time they hit 30-something, they get divorced.
I think so, because you're such a completely different person when you're 15 than when you're 30. Than when you're 20, when you're 30. You're a completely different person.
God, at 15, I wasn't even thinking about like long-term commitment. Nothing.
Yeah.
I was running around in the streets of New York. That sounds weird, but you're running all around the place and you're hanging out with your friends. And
it was definitely not in my mind either. It's, to be honest, maybe right now it is. Like, I would like to, meet somebody for real, but it's like the I think eventually that catches up with you. Same as if you were like so committed, if you were like, I don't know, if you were like so responsible and you were always working and you were always like, married with kids in the house and the career and everything, eventually I think there's certain parts of life that you have to experience, and there you need to like really let loose and really like enjoy being single and enjoy having friends and enjoy going out and enjoy that part, because I think eventually that does catch up with you.
You not only are you confined to this person.
Confined,
yeah, that's a confinement. 15,
yeah,
up until the time you're like 20 something that you get married, or early 20s. That like you're so limited. You can't even go out with your friends. You can't go on vacation with your friends. You can't.
You can. I mean, you can always.
Most of those people don't. They're already they have their mindset on, okay, I want to get married. I want to have babies. I want to have the house. I want to do this. I want to do that. And that's why by the time you're like 30 something, you get a divorce.
Yeah.
Because they don't live their lives. They're going. They're living. The fairy tale of get married, have kids, and happily ever after. It doesn't really work that way. Not when you're 15.
Yeah, I think you change a lot from.
You have so much to learn.
When you have so much to learn, and you might become completely different people, and you might just drift apart because there's nothing else in common anymore, like between you. But anyway, like you said, I don't think we set out to date these type of people, but these are the people that will probably once or twice pop up in your dating pool, and it's up to you if you want to date them or not, and depending on how quickly you learn the lesson.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They say that you should date some guy or woman called the total asshole. Like, I wouldn't want to date an asshole.
No.
I guess if you go on a first date with somebody and they turn out to be an asshole, then that's your call.
Yeah.
I'd be like, thank you, bye. No, I don't want to date you anymore. I guess, does the asshole go hand in hand sometimes with the guy who forgot his wallet? It could.
It could be. I think sometimes you end up dating the total asshole longer than probably you wanted to or you were intending to. Well, number one, the total asshole usually, it could be a really hot guy.
I was just thinking that too.
Okay, so
like
maybe that's why.
How much are you willing to sacrifice? Like, if the person's hot, but then they do asshole-ish things throughout.
Yeah.
Like, where's your tolerance level?
Or like every once in a while, and you like it happens once, and you're like, no, that couldn't.
No,
I think I got it right. I think I got it wrong. Let me see again, and then like a week later, he does something else. You're like, wait, that's like 2 now and 5. So I think you end up dating this person longer because probably like your whole family is like hating on the guy, and then you probably just like you want to date him even more.
I know. No,
to show your family has showed you.
I think that's something that you do.
But
when
eventually,
you're younger,
your family ends up being right because nobody knows you more than your family and your friends.
And your family can always point out an asshole.
Yeah,
like. My mother had asshole
radar. Or a
radar.
douchebag or whatever.
Does your mother have asshole radar?
I think all moms have.
My mother's like, "Ese es un come mierda, ¿qué tú haces con-" I was like, oh my God. Like the guy just said hi to you.
But it's the way he said hi.
Yeah, but no, I kid. But no, I don't introduce everybody to my mother.
True.
Actually, I don't introduce anybody to my mother. But
she will meet him at the wedding date. The day that you're gonna get married. That's
I don't know. There's very, very, very few people.
That's such a typical. I don't know if typical, but Americans are like people don't meet their significant other probably until like they're engaged.
That's insane.
Or something. Yeah.
No. You have to acclimate to the craziness. Like, I need to bring you in, like you put your toe in at this event, and then you put the rest of your foot in, and you have to acclimate them.
Yeah.
to come into the Latin environment. Oh, God.
What about your complete opposite? Should you date your complete opposite?
I think it depends what your opposite is.
Well, you know what they say, opposites attract.
Yes.
Opposites.
I don't know. Attract. I think some.
We go together because Paula Abdul.
I know.
I love that music. That song, that music video with the cat.
With the cat, yeah. And she did her like a music performance not too long ago, and she still looked freaking amazing. She was dancing amazing. She
was a great choreographer.
I mean, maybe she wasn't on a lot of meds that day, but I don't know, because when she was on American Idol, sometimes she looked like she was on massive drugs, but whatever. But that was a good performance.
You're total opposite. I'm Am I attracted to total opposite? I think as I get older, I kind of like having somebody we have things in common, at least. Because otherwise, as like complete opposite is like, I mean, there's got to be a common ground. Otherwise, what are you going to be doing?
Well, that's what I was thinking when I was reading that. I said, well, even though you want to date an opposite, you still have a lot of things in common, I would imagine.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
You got to have some common ground, some
because
common
if you're
goals.
responsible, you don't want to date somebody that's totally irresponsible that doesn't even have a dollar. Like then you're back to square one.
Not the guy that forgets his wallet.
You're back to square one. You're like, you have to be the babysitter, you have to be the mother, you have to be the caregiver.
Yeah, because I get, you want to end up with somebody, or how you say, oh, this person completes me, which whatever.
Negative.
Here we go. But this person completes me, or this person makes me be a better person. I feel like I think that's key. When you date somebody that you feel that you make their life better, or that they make your life better in some way. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be everything that they need to fix in their life. You're going to fix. Number one, that's not going to happen. That's like eso es un desastre. You cannot fix anybody. You cannot. I definitely used to be into that. Like, the savior.
Yes.
No.
I retired from being a therapist a long time ago.
Therapist/savior.
I hung up my therapist license. No more. No mas.
Yeah, so I get it. Like, if somebody's a little bit shy and you date somebody that's a little bit more social, I get that. That's your opposite, Or if you're
that's a good mix.
Yeah.
Because they bring you out of your shell a little bit.
Or if
you do fun stuff.
Or somebody that's spontaneous versus somebody that plans things all the time. Like, I get that. That's nice, Pero también you don't want to date somebody that's always like, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. Oh, no, forget about that. No, you have a commitment. No, forget it. That's not spontaneous. It's ADD.
That's the ADD bipolar guy.
That's somebody that needs medication.
Yes. You know what? I always used to think and I would do this sometimes too. Mm-hmm. Have you ever gone into a guy's bathroom and looked through his medicine cabinet?
Oh man, well.
I you should do that because you don't know what medications they're taking.
I don't remember doing that. No say. I mean,
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it because I'm like, wait a second, let me see what's going on here.
Yeah.
I open the medicine cabinet and I'm like, any interesting meds around?
Yeah.
No, but I didn't find anything good.
But you were looking to take some, or
no, dude, I was looking to
any OxyContin.
No, oh my god. God, no.
No. That's no people, no opioids. The struggling artist. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I think it's an interesting option. Mm-hmm. I think if you date but I think also it depends on the phase of your life and your age.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
if you're looking to buy a home, build a home and buy a home with somebody that's not.
Yeah, a lot of struggling artists that you're just beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to date one of those.
No, I think number one, I think talent is very sexy. Okay, yes. Being like really truly talented. I think that's very sexy. But I think there's if you're like, I understand somebody that's like loves what they do, puts passion in their thing, are focused on achieving a goal or whatever. I get that. That's totally 100% back that up and support that. But when it's somebody that's like suffers for their art and I can't eat until whatever. And, ya se ponen like en otro dimension, like, because food is art and art is my food and whatever. And you're like, no, mija, no.
That's why, you have no
te pintan una cosa and they're like, oh, this is art. I'm like,
that's why you have no food. You go freeloading from house to house and whatever.
The struggling artist will have no wallet to forget.
No, but I think somebody who's already honing in on their craft and they're hustling and they're like really believing in what they want to do and they get gigs and they have jobs and they do things and why not? That's somebody that not only would have a lot to offer at some point in their time, but I think that shows you not only the hustle, but the compassion, the detetermination.
Yes.
I think there's a lot to say for those people that,
No, I totally support, your passion, but don't be a struggling artist or don't be wanting to be this person on my dime.
Yeah,
like,
and
no.
don't act like a martyr
or your person's
either.
dime, or your parents' dime. Like, no, don't be tampoco sleeping from couch to couch to couch for like for 10 years or 5 years or whatever.
I think when you're younger and you do
you gotta get your shit together. You know, you gotta part of the day you gotta work, and part of the day you gotta, you know, have 5 roommates, but you know, like, no, tampoco así. Then that's just claro. You know, anybody could be wanting to be an actor in LA, but somebody else supports them financially full time. That's not sexy. That's not, no. That doesn't make me want to
really grinding and hustling for your craft.
Absolutely no.
I think too, you don't want to become a martyr there.
Correct.
You know, you don't want to be the victim that's always like, oh my God, you know, feel bad for me. Yeah. Because no, the people that are really out there, you know, hustling and every day they're doing something to reach that goal. Yeah, I would date that guy. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. So the older person.
Depends what they look like. I know I'm being a little shallow right now.
George Clooney.
Hotness. I would like jump on him in 2 seconds. Get 2 seconds. Wait a second. Half a second. I'll be like, I love you.
How old is George Clooney now?
Who cares? He's fucking hot.
He still looks good. Looks good. Yeah. He's a sexy guy.
He's really hot.
I think I know somebody who has a friend whose parents where there was like a big age gap in between them. I mean, like easily like 30 years between them. And I think at the beginning it's hot and sexy and he's the older man and whatever. But I think eventually, no pun intended, it gets old.
Okay. Entonces no mira, like este viejo.
And everything gets old.
That's what I'm saying. It depends what he looks like.
And I remember the mom, like, you know, the wife telling my friend, like, you know, listen, like right now, like, I mean, I'm not going to do anything about it because whatever, we'll be married forever. But she's like, and I'm happy with being with him and sharing my life with him. But if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't.
Oh, wow.
Because the guy had a lot of like health problems, you know, eventually, and it's hard.
But that's sad because like, how do you even know what kind of health somebody?
You never know. No, you never know. Even if you marry somebody that's younger than you never know what could happen. You know. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like for me to date somebody a lot older than me, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
I really don't. Unless the guy was really hot.
Yeah.
And took care of himself. Yeah. You know, and he didn't look old.
Yeah.
But he was older.
But I think now, like, I'm 42, like, and somebody older would be, like, in their 60s. No. I think that would have worked. I think now I'm the older person. So somebody younger would be like, oh, can I date an older woman in her 40s? I think I'm, like, on the other side of the, you know? But when I was, like, in my 20s or something, yeah, I think that's sexy. I think that's attractive. And if it's, like, a hot older guy, I didn't look You were never
men.
into it?
No. I didn't look at men when I was in my 20s and be like, wow, this guy's, you know, I want to date an older guy. Or see an older guy and be like, oh, yeah, I would date him. No.
Yeah, you never thought about that.
No.
They say, what's the rule? It's like half your age plus 5 or something like that?
To date?
Yeah, because otherwise it gets creepy. So it's like, if I'm like 42, half my age is like 21 plus 5, 26 or something like that. That would be like the minimum, you know, yeah.
I would not
it would have to be 26 right up. Now. No, I don't know if it's, I for sure it's like half your age. I think it's plus 5. Yeah.
Would you date a 26-year-old now?
I would date like anybody that would like, I would find something compatible with, or like, you know.
26.
I don't know. I'm typically not attracted to younger people, but never say never. I don't know.
I know.
If the guy was like super into me and he had his shit together, why not? Age is just a number. Is it? I don't know.
This is true.
It's just a number.
I mean, there's been Hollywood people that younger and older that lasted.
But Catherine Zeta-Jones and her, I mean, 20 or 25 year difference, right? Like, you know, it's a big difference. And then
then that's where you come in, like the woman gets the older guy.
Mm-hmm. And well, that's usually how
it's established, right? The man is normally established.
Well, because the thing
offers
usually
a certain level of security.
No offense to the guys, but usually women are more mentally, we're older and more mature. Mm-hmm. So it's like right off the bat, a woman any age should date probably a guy that's like at least 5 years older than her.
I just think we think so differently.
Yeah, and then that guy will probably be like on your same wavelength, you know, like 5, because mentally, I think guys are a little bit more, I don't know.
La 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 la.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
that's where you are.
Yeah. So I think there's a certain thing of like, oh, he's older and he's wiser and he's taught me so many things and he knows so many things because obviously this person has lived, a lot more than you have. Pero I think it would be different if it was like somebody that was like really cultured and really like successful in whatever it is that they did. But to date somebody older that's like a douchebag that's basically still a frat boy, that's so fucking annoying to me. Yeah. Somebody older that's still like in their, they still think that they're 18 Plus, and they behave so like they're 18 years old. Ugly. Eso sí yo no pudiera. Like I can't. I don't care how much money you have. Like, no. That will get on my nerves. No, I need somebody that's like a little bit more stable.
Either date stable or stay by yourself.
Yeah. And what about the younger person? What about the flip side of the coin?
I don't know. I think at this stage in my life, it depends. Like, I wouldn't go half my age plus 5. No. No. Mm-mm. I would date a few years younger than me, but I think
maybe like 5 years younger. Maybe 5 to 10.
Yeah. No, not 10.
No? A 40-year-old?
No. I learned my lesson. Thank you very much, baby Jesus. I learned my lesson. I do not want to date 40-year-olds.
But what if it was a 40-year-old that had his shit together, that did not want to have any more kids or whatever, and was totally loving you and totally why not?
Maybe.
So you say there's a chance.
Maybe. If he doesn't forget his wallet.
I remember the part, like dating the younger person, that movie Big. Mm-hmm. Remember that
my God.
he, in the end when she but basically they have this conversation and he's like, do you want to come with me? Like, cause he was going to turn back, go to Zora or something at the fair. And then she's like, no, like, I'm good. Like, you don't want to go back. It's like when you're like in your 30s or 40s, like you feel so much better about everything, yourself, your life, where you're at and everything, that you really don't feel like the need to go back. And I think she said something like, if I were to go back and knowing what I know now, yeah, probably. Right. But just to go back to be 10, 15 years old, no, thank you. I lived that already. I don't want to go back to that.
I don't know, rewinding. I think I would go back to, you wouldn't go back to any age? I think I would. I think I would go back to my 20s. I love my 20s.
I think I would go back to maybe change some things, but not because I'm like, oh, I hate being 40 and I want to be 10 again or 15 again.
I'm just saying because like that was a good time.
If I had the chance to like change the course of my life in some things, nothing big, just maybe try to be a little bit more social, try to be maybe a little bit more focused on one thing versus having so many things, like little things like that, but not to really change. Because I mean, I like who I am now. So it's like at the same time, it's like the person you are now is because of all those things that you lived and all those, mistakes or whatever that you made. So this is true. What about the one who got away? Nobody plans that. That definitely, nobody plans that.
Heart.
And I really hope, it sounds romantic, but no, that is freaking torture.
The romantic.
I don't wish that on anybody.
The one that got away.
And I don't have that in my life, and I hope to never have that.
I don't know. I've been told that I'm the one that got away.
I don't know, because to me, it's like, God, that means that you're not happy in who you're with. Like, you're always like wondering, or what if? Like, that's no way to live.
Well, I don't know that you live like that all the time, but I think in the back of your mind, like for people that do go through that, I think men and women go through that. It's not only
absolutely
a guy thing or a woman thing.
God, but I hope eventually you kind of like make peace with that and you let it go.
I think even though you make peace with it, you always have it in the back of your mind.
Oh God, no.
There's people that do. Yeah.
I don't want that. Thank you very much. No, I can do without that.
Yeah, that one is a little hard.
What about the romantic? I need that in my life. I would love that.
Who doesn't want the romantic guy?
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's a limit though, because like if you're gonna constantly be a slobber.
Yes. There's
romanticism.
There's a fine line.
Please stop.
No,
I would be like, no. But those surprise romances and the gestures and
una persona que sea detalloso.
I love that.
Like, especially for like special occasions, but definitely, just because bring me flowers, just because, or,
like you're not expecting them to drive by and like
you're not expecting it, and it doesn't mean that he did something.
Yeah, why is that always associated like that? That's so mean. Like the guy comes and brings you flowers and be like, "What did you do?" Who does that? Who thinks that way?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
I have a couple of friends. I have a cousin and a friend that I'm married to, like, really, really that type of guy. And not over the top romantic, but they're always, like, very, especially for, like, special occasions or, like, surprises or...
That's hot.
That's awesome. That's ladies, people that are not married, young girls, this is the one you want to date, okay?
Yes.
The romantic.
That guy is, like, the best. The best. I love it.
How about the commitment phobe? We have all. That one is like, forget it. That one you definitely come across. You don't set out
to date this person, but eventually everybody has dated somebody like that.
For sure. For sure.
And those people are scary.
At least, you wouldn't ask anybody like, okay, so what happened? Oh, he just didn't want to commit or whatever. Like it was getting too serious or whatever.
Even like dating for a certain amount of time either is a huge... No.
I think
they're so screwed up in the head that they need therapy.
Especially for girls that are looking to get married and settle down or whatever. I think the rule, and I tend to agree with this. If after a year you don't know, you're not sure, then you know that person's not the one.
What do you mean?
Like if you've been dating for a year, and after a year, that the guy doesn't. I'm not necessarily saying pop the question. But, like, there's something else. Like, okay, let's move in together or whatever. Como que ya, there's like, okay, if you didn't know after a year of dating somebody that you've shared, a year is a pretty long time.
Yeah. It depends your age, too. It depends where you are in your life. Like, you don't want to go and move in with somebody in your early 20s, just because.
Correct.
Because you're dating a year.
Yeah. I guess it depends. Like, if you're dating in your 30s and your 40s after a year, you don't know.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. I think that after a year... Also, I don't want to keep hitting on how old you are, but it does play a factor.
It does.
Because
absolutely.
I think
you
the
have
older
less time
you
to
get...
live.
Oh, my God.
So you gotta move
We could see who the optimistic one is and who the pessimistic.
Move it along. Move it. We don't have time to waste.
Yeah, because when you're older, I think... things tend to happen faster.
Well, because you cut out so much bullshit out of the way. You already know yourself.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Both
of you already know what you want. So, you just have after 2 or 3 months, okay, no, this person, I can't stand whatever. The way that this person...
You snore. Next.
No, people, they sell these little things. Like, do not break up with anybody just because they snore. And by the way, if somebody broke up with you because they told you that you snore, that's not the reason, okay?
Yeah, that's shallow.
Yeah.
Shallow person.
No, it's not the reason. The reason he just didn't want to tell you.
Can you imagine somebody breaks up with you? I can't go out with you anymore.
You snore. No, dude, that's not why.
A lot of people now, like even younger people, use that sleep apnea machine.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are having a hard time sleeping and breathing and snoring and all this.
Okay, you need it. Some people need that because otherwise they would stop breathing.
I know.
That's why. I had one of my attorneys that I used to work for. He needed that. Yeah. It was really scary.
I know people that are young in their 20s and all through like 50, 60-year-olds that like more and more I hear about this. That's really scary.
Yeah.
Anyway. If you date the sleep apnea person, then you got to know they have a machine. It makes a little noise. Or if you move up in model to the noiseless one.
Maybe you need to get a bedroom that, just extra bedroom so you can have your own bedroom.
I Love Lucy.
Yes.
When you sleep. Well, that's separate beds, but in the same room. So that's not going to work. Go to the separate. Go to another room.
Get another room. The commitment phobe type is like, I think the only thing that it'll help you by dating this person is that you'll be able to spot that a mile away the next time that happens. Yeah. Like you're not going to invest that much time, and you'll be like, no, espérate. I've seen this movie before. Thank you very much. Stop.
It does not have a sequel. Thank you. Keep moving.
It does not have a sequel because sequels are never as good as the first ones anyway. So
well, it depends.
Done.
It depends which one you're watching.
The Friends with Benefits / No Strings Attached. Yeah, that one I've done.
I haven't had a Friends with Benefits one.
It's okay.
No, it's overrated.
It's overrated. No, it's not. It's not overrated, but once you've done it a few times, it's okay. Yeah, I can't do it anymore.
I like my favorite scene in the Justin Timberlake Mila Kunis one is when they're having sex and he's doing oral on her. And she's walking what the hell? No, at one point she grabs him and he comes out of the covers and she's holding his tongue. And she's like, "You're not a lizard. What are you doing?" He's like, "Okay."
And it's not a doorbell.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh my god, that's another episode, people, because.
And she and Ashton Kutcher, that's how they started actually dating before they got married. They were friends with benefits.
Really?
Yeah. She has confessed. That's how they did it. That's how they started.
I did not know that. I thought you were going to tell me something about the lizard tongue or something. I don't know.
I don't know if he has a lizard tongue. I'm not sure. Your sexual soulmate. Hell yeah. That's somebody that you will like look back in your life and you're like, oh, that's the person that it was so good. Because right now, this is not what I'm getting. I mean,
a sexual soulmate.
Yeah, but then again, like
that sounds like dangerous.
That's like the person that's like what you would be doing 24/7. You can't do anything else in your life.
Yeah,
that's like very.
I think that's a dangerous relationship.
It's kind of because it's hard to get over.
No, but not only that, it's like addictive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
And whenever that person resurfaces, you're like, oh shit, but that was so good. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
you're like stable or whatever, and this person shows up and you're like, oh, okay, no.
Yeah.
Like literally fuck.
Run for your life, Forrest.
I agree. It could be a little dangerous, yeah.
That is dangerous.
Yeah. The disaster, and you knew it from the start. Then why did you do it?
Why would you date somebody that's a disaster?
Well, a disaster in the sense, like they say, for example, like if the person was married. That's not going to go anywhere.
Is that a disaster?
If you're dating your boss.
I would just think that's a cheater.
Well, he's a cheater, but you're not a cheater because you're single. No. But, te mete cualquier cuento. Oh, we're getting divorced. We're getting separated. It's not working out. We're barely on it. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. Everybody falls. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people fall into that, believe that little cuento.
It's never true.
Absolutely. But it's a disaster because it's never going to go anywhere. Whether it's somebody that is married, whether it's somebody that lives, 10,000 miles away, whether it's somebody, your boss, a co-worker, it's impossible. Or, somebody that's like your friend's ex that, nobody knows that you're dating or you're hooking up or whatever. That's a disaster because it's never going to go anywhere. It's never going to turn into anything.
Why even bother doing that?
Because maybe he's your sexual soulmate.
Maybe it's, I was just going to say, maybe it's thrilling because it's like,
Yes, hiding.
You're hiding and it's secret and all that. Who knows?
That gets old really, really fast.
No, next.
Yeah. The type A corporate person. This is the one with a career or multiple careers, somebody that's like really busy and that he tries to like fit you into his schedule and he only calls you in between conference calls or when he's on his way to a meeting in Italy or whatever.
Yeah. I've dated somebody like that.
But he might just pick you up and say, "What do you want to have dinner?" "Oh, we like having pasta." "Okay, let's go." And you end up going to like Tuscany or something.
Oh my god! Shut up! I would marry that guy.
Or he's like, "Oh, you wanna meet my friends?" And you're like, "Sure, whatever." And it just be like George Clooney, or like Cuomo.
Oh my god, shut up! I'm gonna die right now. I would die. But did you die? I would die.
So that would be the type of person that it's fun.
Well, I didn't date that one. Like, where's that one that gives you all that stuff?
He whisks you away and all these like grandiose acts of like whatever.
That's like you describing what's his face, 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
That's him.
But then he was probably her sexual soulmate. Let's face it.
They ended up getting married, so she did something right.
And I guess he was
that guy.
He was also a romantic.
That guy, yes. I was going to say he's the combo. He's the romantic. He has
little
money,
possessive, but
possessive. He's the corporate person.
He's everything.
He's the sexual guy. He's the everything guy.
He's the everything guy.
Wow, not bad.
That would be somebody interesting. You remember that? In Friends, it was this guy John. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Favreau. That he's like a producer, director, actor, writer, everything. Mm-hmm. There was like Monica dated this guy that he was like super rich.
Oh yeah.
Super like loaded, and he was like totally loving her. Mm-hmm. And Rachel was like so like, oh my god, you're married, like whatever. But she was just not feeling it, She was just like, oh, he's not though,
You can be like, I dated this guy, very smart man, like funny. great career. I mean, had everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? But nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it just was not there. I couldn't. I was like, why? And I just couldn't.
So was he the good on paper guy? That's another type of guy, by the way.
He was great on paper, but he was great. He was a great overall person.
You were just not feeling
he is because he's not dead. Yeah. But anyway, that I know of. But yeah, you
were just not feeling it.
No. Yeah. So the guy could be like fabulous, but if you're not wanting the person,
well, yeah, I mean the person can be perfect, but he's got to be perfect for you.
Yeah,
you know, and you've got to be perfect for him. You know, it's just you gotta be each other's person. There's just no other way around it.
I want you to be my lobster.
And he might be, I don't know, he might be the jokester, the next guy, but he's perfect for you. And I mean, that's definitely not my person. I can't stand a jokester. Totally jokester all the time. No.
Oh, not all the time, but a guy that has a really funny and good sense of humor is very
but una
appealing.
persona that's constantly cracking jokes or that's constantly like that, like wants to like como se dice, like you're trying to have a serious conversation and he's totally like always, you know, trying to make a joke out of it or whatever.
No.
Whenever I think of somebody that says, "Oh, I was like the class clown when I was in high school," I'm like, nah, next. No.
There's growth involved throughout the years. I don't think that somebody
that
who was the
doesn't
class
do it
clown.
for me.
I don't know. I think I would agree. I think if I'm having a serious conversation with you and you keep downplaying it and making jokes, I think eventually it gets old.
Yeah.
But
eventually, like really quickly, it gets old for me.
Somebody
anyway.
with a good sense of humor,
no,
I like that.
Good sense of humor and like easygoing. More than anything, easygoing.
Yeah.
Don't stress out over anything and like, like no.
Cálmate los nervios. You need balance because the women are normally crazy.
Cálmate los nervios. Tómate una pastillita y cálmate los nervios.
Go look in the medicine cabinet. Go get your medication.
What about like the men child?
No. Next. Next question, please.
Not interesting. Thank you.
Not even if you change his age by 5 years or no.
No. Una persona que no tiene no responsibility, no care in the world. No. To me, that's kind of like, not necessarily like a hippie, but somebody that's just like, that doesn't know how to do anything in their life. Like, you know, I don't know, do your laundry, cook, whatever. Like, no, I ain't your mama.
Yeah.
Like J-Lo says.
I ain't your mama.
I could do your laundry. I ain't your mama.
When you gonna get your act together?
I ain't your mama. Ooh, I ain't
and
your
then
mama.
that goes to the mama's boy.
Oh man, the mama's boy.
The mama's boy.
Well, you know, there's like a limit. Obviously, I don't want somebody who's like constantly. Yeah,
it's nice that you love your mama. I think it's beautiful.
I think the way
it's wonderful.
I think that the way a man treats their mother is the way they're going to treat you.
Yes.
So I think there is a good thing of like,
unless they hate their mother and they're always fighting with their mother, then you
don't want to date that person. Then you don't want to date that person. Pero, and another thing is like, we're going a little bit off topic, but if you're like getting serious with somebody, you're going out with somebody, and their mom doesn't like you. Maybe that person is always like that with all the girlfriends, that she never likes anybody because nobody's ever good enough for her son or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I would not be able to continue in that relationship if his mom doesn't at least, you know, I don't know, if we can get along or something.
That makes it a little hard.
Because that's forever, bro. You're not going to be fighting with their mother because, you know, you're not going to win. And you're always going to be like the bitch. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
My first boyfriend, his mother liked, but this is like a huge red flag, like siren's red flag. Mm. When a man's mother tells you, you're too good for my son, you deserve better, you better listen to that woman. Because she told me that at one point. And I was like, what the hell? That was my first boyfriend. That was like trauma. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
But you know, it's like a mother knows. A mother knows their kid inside out. And the limits and the virtues and the,
she was
you
right.
know. And thank God that she was like, she was honest, right. You know, thank God that she came to you and she's like, listen, I love my son, but, you know, this is what better. This is not going to work out because this is not, he's not what you're looking for. Like,
you don't need him.
You don't need him. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever know that she said that about?
No, I never told him.
Wow.
But shortly thereafter, like, I realized a lot of things. Mind you, I was very young. I was like 19 years old, I think, when I met him. But I'm glad that she told me that and that I discovered certain things, because that really woke me up.
How much longer did you date him after she confessed that? She dropped that, bomb on you.
I think I dated him maybe a few more months after that, but he and I were on and off dating, I want to say, for like 3 years. Yeah. So, no. Not like the best, fondest memories, but I have no regrets because I really learned a lot from that relationship. That relationship snapped me into reality.
Is that the lesson you had to learn, Guy?
Yes. That was like the big lesson in wake up, girl.
Yeah. What you doing, girl?
Mm-hmm.
What about, going back to like the talented guy, what about the musician?
I think it would be fun to date a musician. You go to concerts.
Yeah,
you
but
like do stuff. I mean, I don't know. Again, that goes back to, an artist that's like a form of art. That I think it depends where they are in their career and where you are in your life.
But what if it's the musician that gets a gig to whatever, go on tour with so and so for like 5 months? See you in 5 months.
Oh no, that'll
happen. But that will happen.
That happens. But then
what do you think of all the bands that play with all these famous people?
Yeah, again, that depends on where you are in your stage of life and where you are in your stage in your relationship with that person, and if you can handle something like that. I mean, that's not easy.
No.
You're
like a single parent or a single
that happens to
person
people in the military too.
Yeah, true. Very true.
You marry somebody.
Very true. For 2 years or whatever, you could be totally by yourself.
And you're by yourself.
That's very true.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
So
that is very true. Yeah.
Quién sabe?
I remember the Sex and the City episode when Carrie was dating this guy, but then again, he got probably like ADD. The musician guy.
Oh yeah.
And she totally loved it, but then he would wake up in the middle of the night and or go out, whatever, and she was like, "What the hell?"
She did a lot of these,
Yes, she did.
Wax.
Yes.
That are on this list.
Yes, she did. The hippie, I couldn't.
No.
I don't like those. Life is wonderful, and we're gonna eat. I don't know, qué sé yo. I don't know.
Sunflowers.
Something, yeah. Sunflower. I don't know, whatever. No, I'm not. Hippies are not practical. Yo quiero croqueta. Not a vegan croqueta.
Where's my guava and my café con leche?
No. I couldn't. Now, the one that I would date is the mountain man.
Mind you, she has a secret fetish with Hopper from Stranger Things.
It's not so secret.
Not a secret anymore.
Come on, people. If you watch Stranger Things,
he's handsome.
Do you not find that guy totally hot? Hopper?
Yeah, he's very handsome.
I love that,
he needs to lose a little bit of weight.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
For you, he doesn't.
Don't hate.
For me,
don't
he
hate.
does.
Don't hate.
No, if he lost like 10 pounds.
10 pounds. 10 pounds in a guy that size, no se le ve.
Yeah, because he has a big.
He needs to lose like 40 pounds or 50 pounds.
No, guys look fast and they
Of
look
course
good.
they do, pero 10 libras, una persona que pesa, que mide 6'3", like, eso no se le nota nada.
Does he? He's 6'3"?
He's high. He's tall. He's really tall.
Wow.
I'm 5'2". So definitely, maybe this is the opposite attract version, but I'm definitely attracted to the guys that are super tall, like 6 feet and above.
Wow.
I've never been attracted to like
tall
somebody
guys,
short.
but like I don't know if I want to date a guy that's 6'3". I mean, I don't know. Depends.
Why not? You can wear heels.
Why not? That's true. Yeah, but I don't want to be in heels all the time. I'm like, it's funny because like people that know me, guys that have known me, that so I wear heels a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And then when I take off my heels, I'm like, there's an adjustment.
False advertisement.
And they look at me like, oh my God, you're really
Where
short.
Did you go? Where did you go?
And then I had, where I worked, one of the attorneys there, he would always bust my balls and he would be like, wow, I didn't realize you were so short. I'm like, shut up.
Dude, I notice it in myself, when I'm wearing like flats to reach like the telephone when I'm making copies. There's like a filing cabinet and there's like a phone up there. I'm like, why do I feel so short today? I totally feel it. Even when I'm like making copies in front of the copy, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a freaking
That's when you have to get the ruler.
So short.
And in my house, I get the tongs. The tongs are like my savior. I go and I like grab everything with the tongs.
But definitely a mountain man, a burly man, one that's like knows how to cut wood and chop wood and do things around the house. Oh, I find that totally sexy. Somebody that's like handy.
I want a woodcutter.
Somebody that's like knows how to do shit. I dated this guy one time. He was like super. He was like 6'3". And one of the first dates that we went out, like there was like my car.
He built you a house.
My car was making a noise like underneath or something. Dude, that guy and his jacket and everything. He got down on the floor and checked under the hood. I was like, oh.
You're like, I love you.
That was so sexy. I was like, oh my God, that
sexy.
is so nice. You know, that the guy was like, and he was like, no, everything's fine. I was like, oh my God. I love that.
Want to get married?
Well, he was like, he knew how to chop wood and do wood because he was like a carpenter.
God. Why'd you, ¿qué pasó?
Other things, but. Other things happen.
Moving right along.
But totally, like that type of guy, I love somebody that's like handy and knows how to do shit around the house.
Yeah, handy guy is good to have.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Or somebody who has money to hire the handy guy.
Or somebody that doesn't give you shit to like when you hire somebody, you know? It's just like, just do it. Just take care of it.
Your house is falling apart and they'll be like, I'll do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. Because I know somebody who was married to somebody like that. Que no hacía nada. And it was like, no, espérate. And I'm going to do the plans and I'm going to do it. I'm like, you're not going to do shit. You're not going to do shit. I'm going to pay for it. I'm just going to call somebody and they're going to take care of it.
And it's going to come out of your bank account.
Yes, sir. The skater boy. No.
No. Maybe when you're like 12.
12.
I don't know. Who the hell wants to date somebody like that?
No, please. And so I always, my mind goes to like Venice Beach, California, and the hippie and the ones that does weed and whatever. No, please. No, thank you. No, it was like, you wanna go for some kombucha? You want some green juice? No. I want to go get that. You go for college. No.
Oh my God. The practice husband.
The practice husband. Well, isn't everybody a practice husband? Don't we put everybody in a category? Let me see. Let me try you out, for like 6 months or whatever. No, you don't work. Bye. Next.
Yes.
Don't we?
I want to lease you for 3 months.
How many miles?
Do I get cash back?
And then I'll decide if I purchase you at the end of the lease. Do I want to renew? No.
No, please. Can I try the next model?
Oh my God. Oh my God. How about the gamer?
No. ¿Qué es eso tú? Like, okay.
The gamer's just, again, a 15-year-old. So
no. That goes with the skater guy.
Yes.
That goes with your hippie guy. Yes. That goes with all those like guys
que no hace
that
nada
don't
guy.
do anything.
The no hace nada guy.
Yeah, the
that's
no hace
the
nada
one.
guy. You don't want that one either.
It's usually un cubano. The no
God.
hace nada guy.
No, I don't think it's only Cubans.
No, I know.
No. There's other nationalities. Latins. Yeah, Latins. Let's not target only the Cubans. You know who you are.
Yes.
Anyway, the no hace nada guy is not a good guy.
The no hace nada guy, yeah.
That's the guy you want to stab. That's the guy that basically you're going to end up calling the handyman, to come and do everything for. And no.
That's the one you're going to be, You're going to end up divorcing that guy because he doesn't do shit. And eventually you're going to resent him for not doing shit.
That guy.
Yes. The skinny guy.
No. No and no and no. I do not want to date a guy that's skinnier than me, number one. Or that wears a size small shirt like I do. No.
You can share clothes.
No, man. I don't want him wearing my glitter.
No, I've never really. No, because I like some meat. I like to be when I'm hugged or whatever. I feel like you want to put your arms around the guy that your arms aren't totally like being able to go around the guy twice. But I will say, I was at one point in my life, I was very, very, very attracted to somebody that was like super skinny. Yes. That I will admit.
Oh. And then you got to picture the guy naked. Like, really? You look like an asparagus. No, I don't want to. No. There's nothing sexy about a really skinny guy. I don't think so.
It depends.
No, chica.
Just because.
If you're skinny, I'm talking about skinny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about fit guy with some muscle.
No, this guy was skinny.
This is asparagus skinny.
No, this was asparagus skinny, yes.
No gustar.
Pero, I will say, like, I don't really find sexiness in, like, so much the body, pero, like, la mirada del hombre, the way that he was totally sexy. I loved la mirada de él. I loved his eye color.
No.
I loved his mannerisms. No, I was definitely attracted to him big time. I liked it. The overweight guy.
I don't want to date a guy that's overweight.
Not
like
too
a little
overweight.
meat on your bones is okay. I can do that, but like un gordito, I don't think so.
I don't know.
No offense.
I dated somebody like that. It was okay. It was good. It ended not because of anything, like that. You definitely feel like I'm hot.
Like everybody's looking at you like, what are you doing with that
what
guy?
What is she doing with him?
A lot of money.
Yeah, it's definitely frivolous, but yeah, you do definitely feel like I will never have to go on a diet, like, ever.
Yes, that's true.
Dating this guy.
That's true.
Ever. Those people never hate on you. You're always beautiful. There's that side of it. You will always feel beautiful with that person. Hopefully that person makes you feel beautiful too, so.
And with other people too.
Yes. How about the nerd? Ding, 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 ding. That's the one you have to date. Girls, listen to me. Girls in high school right now, date the nerd. Become friends with the nerds. Become friends with the, what's the guy at Facebook? What's the creator?
Oh,
Zuckerberg. Become friends with the Bill Gates. Because those people are smart as hell. And they know what's up, and they will give you stability.
They could be like the swan, right? Because maybe they're like so nerdy, but then you date them, and they have the brains.
Well, when you take off their eyeglasses, you're like, oh, you're so gorgeous.
And you fix them a little bit, and then you got the whole package. Hopefully.
Well, I think some nerds have really, really attractive personalities. Like they're funny. They could be witty. Mm-hmm. It's a different type of. I could totally see myself attracted to a nerd.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it depends on their personality.
Oh, yeah.
For me, anyway.
I don't want somebody que tampoco tenga...
Like, I'm not looking at some guy
socially
that's
awkward
like,
person.
Yeah, awkward with, like, glasses and, like, you're wearing 10 different combinations of plaid. And you're just, like,
well, that can be fixed. That could be fixed.
And you're weird.
Well, weird is one thing.
No, sometimes nerd and weird go together.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I've seen them. I don't know if I want to take on Project Runway over here with this nerd guy. I don't know. They
could be kinky. You never know.
You never know. Anybody can.
You never know. That's true.
You got this 50 Shades guy that's a freak.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
And then those guys that act like really, prim and proper.
Yes.
You have to be careful with it. Oh, y lo chino. ¿Y qué tú me dices a lo chino? I hear the chinos are freaks.
But the prim and proper guy, be careful because eso va a tener un dungeon en la casa como un little game thing. Those are the 50 Shades of Grey guys, for sure.
And then I hear that the chinos are very weird.
Really?
Yes. Not from experience, mind you, but I've heard from a lot of people that they are twisted. They are crazy.
I'm not interested in dating.
No, I don't want to date chinos either.
No.
Bueno, they have some hot actor chinos that are really famous that are freaking gorgeous.
Very true. Very true.
Oh my God.
How about dating the guy with a lot of money?
I
guess it depends.
I would.
Where they got their money from.
What? Are you going to be like,
no questions asked?
Me, how did you make your million?
Well, I don't know. If you see... I guess can see the crowd that he hangs around with, and you'll know.
Correct. If you go out with them, and then you have a bunch of like.
If he tells you he's in sales, but he doesn't have a store or an online store, or what are you selling?
Import export.
That means drugs. If it's import export, that means drugs.
Look at this one. Everything means drugs. Yeah, like if you are, surrounded by a bunch of like. Cartel looking
if he's constantly doing this to his nose, no, that means drugs.
That means drugs.
Or to his teeth, that means drugs.
Yeah, no, in other words, Kathy says don't date a millionaire because that means drugs.
That means drugs. No, dude, you got to see where the guy gets his money.
But I don't know that you ask him. You observe. and see. But get out of here. I think most women or men would date them for a while, regardless.
Yeah.
Because you know all the perks you get.
Yeah.
Flying to Tuscany.
Very, very hard to say no to that guy. Yeah. What about the weirdo?
Weirdo? No. Why do you want to date a weirdo?
What type of weirdo? I guess kinkiness?
No.
Sometimes those people that are considered weirdos are very smart, very out there, very like mind blown type of thing. And people could be attracted to that, like, you know.
Yeah, but I don't even think you would understand, like, even anything that they're talking about.
Sometimes,
you
yeah.
would sit there and you'll be like, okay, I'm here in the Twilight Zone right now.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, no. Okay, next. The guy who has a kid. Dude, that's like everybody now. Everybody, like, marriage is never
nothing wrong with that. But I do think that if you don't have kids, this is where the danger zone is. Mm-hmm. If you don't have kids and you want kids and this person does not,
yes,
don't date that guy.
No.
Because then you fall into the trap of them maybe liking the person and you establish feelings, and then sometimes, you know... And
then you think that person's going to change? No.
They don't.
No.
And most likely,
when a person tells you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, men that tell you that they don't want any more kids, those
Ponle
men
cuño.
know.
Ponle el cuño.
Yes, believe them. Yes. They know that they don't want to have any more children.
Yes.
So don't put yourself in that suffrage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but dating a married guy, if you have children,
not a married guy, a guy with a kid.
Oh my god, I take that back. A guy with a kid.
Freudian slip.
Erase, delete, rewind.
Erase it from the universe.
Oh my god, erase that.
No, the guy who has a kid, totally. But I would totally. It would totally give you an insight if that person wants to have kids. Mm-hmm. Obviously, how they are as a father. Mm-hmm. So that'll be like I love for him to be the father of my kids, or hell no, you know, you're not raising my kids. You're not putting a baby in here. But, yeah, it totally depends. Because, it depends if that person is good with their kids. Yeah. I think that would totally make it or break it for me, because some women, I don't understand it. And I guess guys too, but some women date these guys that have kids that are not good with their kids. And for some reason, I don't know where they get this from, they think that it's going to be different with them when they have their own kids. Why the fuck would he be any different with your kids than his own kid that he already had with whatever?
This is
why would that make you, feel that? And why would you date somebody that's not good?
Not a good
dad.
Yeah.
If that person doesn't love his kid, he doesn't love you, bitch. He doesn't love anybody.
Or a good mother for that.
Yes. If a woman doesn't love her kid, she doesn't love you. She doesn't love anybody.
Jeez, my kid is like my whole life. You know,
I don't understand these women.
I see women too,
or that support that, and vice versa. If I was somebody who had a kid and I'm dating somebody that doesn't have kids, and that person doesn't love my kid, I would be like, forget you, like whatever. You could be like the greatest person on paper, and I'm totally in love with you. But if you don't like my kid, obviously there's kids and there's kids. But if you don't like my kid and you're not willing to forget you.
You have to be cautious too, because I don't think, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't think you should introduce your children to anybody
for a while
until you know.
They say, because I'm thinking 6 months. Yeah, I think 6 months you kind of know where things are going. Maybe a year. Experts say 2 years.
Wow.
Experts say 2 years.
I think that's a little much. 2 years.
But I think 2 years by then, what if that's when you're meeting the kid and you might not like her kid or his kid? He might be a jerk. He might be a teenager that you can't stand.
But that happens, and that's inevitable.
Que a lo mejor
you're coming in as the stranger, so you're always going to be that resistance, you know? You're not my mother, you're not my father. I know,
but imagine, okay, you're willing to work on it, but you've invested in this person for 2 years. And then you meet this kid and he's like, que sé yo, Dennis the Menace or whatever. You're like, it's like, now you're introducing me to this? Forget it, I can't.
No, I think 2 years is too long.
I think 2 years is too much. Okay, 2 years are you could be living together.
That's and I think much. 6 months is too soon. So I think a year is good.
A year is good. 9 months.
A year. I think 6 months is too soon.
Yeah.
Because you're just getting to know each other.
Yeah. 6 months you're kind of you're now really showing your true colors, and he's showing his true colors. Because at the beginning, 3 months, you're like, oh, it's honeymoon todavía. 6 months, even honeymoon todavía.
Yeah, 6 months is too short.
I agree. Listen to us, people. Don't introduce them before. What about the macho type, aka the Cuban guy?
Well, no.
Well, macho, but
Cuban
not.
Guy,
But you mean machita? Is that what you're thinking?
If I'm thinking machita,
Yeah.
I don't like that. But like, if you're a macho, meaning like you're manly, I think manly is sexy.
I like a manly guy.
Manly is freaking sexy.
Yeah.
Like, you are in the middle of something, somebody comes up to you, and the guy's like, comes to your rescue and like, stands up for you and all that stuff. I like that.
The one that goes under the hood of the car to check. That was sexy.
Yes. The guy that chops your wood.
Chop my wood, baby. But you live in Miami. I don't care. There's a tree outside.
We have fireplaces.
If you live in an old home in Miami, you have a fireplace.
I have a fireplace.
Which never goes on, but, it's decorations for Santa.
Once I put it on, and it's like smoke, and not a lot of smoke, but...
Oh, my God.
I almost had a heart attack because I thought my house was going to go on fire.
Yeah, no, you would have to,
No, it was open, but, you...
No, porque tienes que limpiarlo primero because you've never used that before. What about the best friend? I mean, is it the best friend that you want to, switch things up and try it out and see if that person, if you're attracted to your best friend?
Well,
is that what that means?
I think, and I speak from experience, when you are really good friends with someone and it turns into a relationship, I think it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Because you already have established a friendship and you have established a bond.
You love and you like them.
Yeah, that's so beyond the superficial dating and getting to know each other and all that stuff. I think you have a stronger connection.
I think what they mean...
Does it always work? I don't think so. But
I think what they mean here, it's kind of like somebody that you're dating them or you maybe have known them forever and they've turned into a best friend. Or a roommate instead of your significant other.
Like you friend zone them?
I think that's what they mean. When somebody, not necessarily that you have friend zoned them, but the relationship has turned into like a friendship. Mm. And that person is still in love with you and is still whatever, but you're just like, he's just my best friend instead of like my lover. I don't think of him that way.
That's never happened to me.
Because one thing is, you love somebody and one thing is like you're in love with somebody. Yeah. That's a totally different thing. There's a big difference. Yep. So I think that's what they mean by that. The best friend.
Pobrecito.
Yeah. See, because that's eventually you're going to feel you should, definitely don't take advantage of your relationship and that person and that person's trust and whatever, because obviously you don't want to use that person and then you need to cut it, little by little, I guess. The one
that's crying in the corner.
Because you don't want to, and you don't want to be like, oh, I want to hang out with you, but you don't want him to think that it's because you still have feelings for him, so it's kind of hard to
This is true.
Yes. How about the selfish jerk? Everybody's dated that.
The selfish jerk?
Everybody has dated that.
Yeah, I don't know. Have I dated a selfish jerk? I've dated jerks and I've dated selfish. So maybe I have dated the selfish jerk. I don't know. I think that comes out
Yeah.
After you date for a little bit, you see people the way they act in certain scenarios and then you realize, oh my God, this guy's such a jerk.
So this is the person that's always totally just, it's all about him. Yeah. Oh, I want to do this. No, but I really need to do this. Oh, okay, let's do this, whatever. And then it's like, okay, no, I'm done. You can go. That's the, or you're living in separate states and he totally I miss you and whatever. And then you move to the state because, you discussed moving in together or moving to the same state. And then it's like, oh my God, why did you move here or whatever? No, I have this stuff to do. And you always you asked me to, you asked me to move here.
I would hope that doesn't happen if you're moving cross country.
Yeah. And when that person talks about their future and whatever, you're not part of the plan. You're not part of the equation. Yeah, the person is always
saying I and not we.
Yes.
You need to run.
Yes. That is definitely, And if you...
us.
Yes. And if you are liking somebody or if you committed this... let's say the sin of dating somebody that's married and that person's always saying we instead of I, run.
Yes.
Because that means they're still in it. So do not think there's anything there because there won't be. The grouper.
The grouper That's so weird. I never even
Well,
heard
it's like
of
a
that.
groupie. That person's always got to be around with other people. It's just never the two of you.
Oh, that's the guy that... Yeah.
He comes alive when he's like with other people. And with you, he's just like... Es como dicen, luz en la calle, oscuridad en la casa.
Yes.
You know?
I have dated somebody like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Because I would be like, can't we just go out, us?
Yeah.
Like, why do we always have to have these people tag along?
Yeah.
You know? And yes.
If there's no like intimacy, then forget it, yeah.
No, I mean, that was
No. But
what
like
I'm
true
saying
intimacy
is-
that just the two of you hang out and
like,
just, you know.
as a connection.
Yes.
But I know sometimes there was, but I want to say the majority of the time it was like, let's go out with this group of people.
Yeah.
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 And then I was like, I don't want to deal with these stupid people. Like, you hear the same conversation
Yeah.
over and over again. It's
At
like,
least not every time. I just
Yeah.
want to just you and me, like whatever, yeah. That means that he's creating like a buffer probably to like,
Wow. I don't know.
Anyway.
Boring.
How about the level 10 clinger?
No. After a while.
That's like romantic to the 100th degree that you're like, okay,
Yes.
déjame tranquila, let me breathe. I need some time to myself.
Some
I need to wash my hair. Like, you want to go? No, I need to wash my hair. Like, Sapica.
Yeah.
Demasiado.
That pica, some guy that's like
Attached to my hip,
clingy,
no thingy.
slobbery,
Yeah.
like, ugh.
No, or like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you want to do something? It's like constantly wants to hang out with you like all the time. That doesn't have a life of his own.
I don't mind hanging out with you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the way you go about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're constantly going to be suffocating me
Yes.
24/7, like, I don't like that, first of
Yeah.
all. Like, I love you, besito, pero I need my space too. Like, I want to feel like I can breathe.
Yeah.
I don't need you, like, on top of me 24/7.
Yeah. And lastly, we have the shelfer.
The shelfer. What the hell is that?
This is when somebody like kind of like take you on a shelf among, I guess, other people, other girls, and he like picks you up on the shelf. Oh, I'm gonna hang out with you now, but something better comes along. Okay, I'm gonna put you back on the shelf. Oh, I'm gonna date this person.
Why? That's a little creepy. That sounds like a scary movie.
Are you picturing like dolls or something?
Yes, I'm picturing like dolls in a scary movie. I'm like, oh, you're a creeper. No.
Yeah, it's kind of like that person that's, selfish. It's kind of like selfish. He only calls you when he needs something from you, wants to only hang out with you when, that's like the selfish jerk, I guess, in a way.
That's the guy that...
But it's always like, if you confront me like, wow, I just wanted to hang out with you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a user.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He's a calculated user.
Yes, calculated user.
No.
Manipulative asshole. That's what I'm calling it.
Yes. I concur.
It's only on your terms. No, thank you very much.
No. That's when you don't answer the phone anymore or respond to texts.
Well, girls, young girls, especially if you're listening to us, you're going to encounter all these people. It doesn't mean that you have to date them. Just, I don't know, go out with them once or twice, and then you'll probably see their true colors. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit more down the line, but just because somebody's good on paper does not mean that person's perfect for you. You got to find the person that's good for you.
Yes.
And vice
don't
versa.
Be on lockdown at 15.
No.
Enjoy your life, guys and girls, and go out and hang out with your friends and have great memories and go on vacation and, go have fun.
There's a time and place for everything. But if you find the one that you think is the person for you at whatever age, then hang on to that person, because it is really hard out there to meet somebody that's really compatible with you to share your life with. So again, there's two sides of the coin. So
I wouldn't do it at 15.
But do not settle down so quickly. Yeah. Just try it out there, because, go out there and try out some of these flavors, because
you never know. You might like rum raisin. I don't know. Yeah. A little Shirley Raisin in the Sun guy. Who knows? Or you might like, the skinny guy, or, the skinny girl, or who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? We still don't know.
I know.
Oh, at least one of us knows.
I have it hidden in the background, but we all know.
At least one of us knows. That's good.
We all know. We all know what we want.
We all know what we want or who we want.
I don't know if we always know who we want, but I think you know what you want.
Alrighty. Well, hopefully
she's given up.
Hopefully you will partake some, we have given you some wisdom and some things to use for your dating future.
Yes. Your first aid kit when you're out there in the jungle.
Your first aid kit. All right. Thank you for listening. Have a good one.
Hasta la bye.